Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I thought I would film myself making some chocolate chip cookies. Shout out to Tasty for the recipe. All credit goes to them for this delicious recipe. But I just thought I would film myself making some cookies because who doesn't love a good chocolate chip cookie? And yeah, these turned out pretty good. So let's get started. To make these, you will need a half a cup of melted unsalted butter, a half a cup of white sugar, 3/4 of a cup of brown sugar, and I just combined both of them together in this bowl here. Also, I don't know what happened to the brown sugar. Don't know why it looks like that. I think it's just hardened. Anyways, you will need a teaspoon of salt, 1 egg, a teaspoon of vanilla extract, 1 1/4 cups of all-purpose flour, a half a teaspoon of baking soda, and 1 cup of chocolate chips, the star of the show. I just ended up using some semi-sweet chocolate chips, mini ones, but feel free to use any chocolate chips of your choice if you decide to also try out this recipe. By the way, guys, I am by no means a baker. I just thought it would be fun to film myself making some chocolate chip cookies and post it to YouTube, so yeah. I started off by adding the butter, sugar, and salt into a bowl, mixing that until fully combined, and then to that I added in the egg and vanilla extract and gave that another good stir. You know that this mixture is ready when it kind of gracefully falls off of the whisk and it has a pale color. And once again, not sure what happened with the brown sugar, but hey, that's okay. In a separate bowl, I combined together the dry ingredients, which was just the flour and baking soda, and once that mixture was fully combined, I added that into the wet ingredients, and using a good old spatula, I mixed all of the ingredients together until, you guessed it, fully combined. Make sure not to overmix this because that can result in a tough cookie, and we don't want a tough cookie, we just want a nice chewy chocolate chip cookie. So just mix until fully combined. Alright, so that's what it ended up looking like, and now there's just one last thing to do, which is add in the chocolate chips and fold those in a few times with the spatula until fully combined. And that's it. This is why I love this recipe. It's so simple and easy to make. Guys, if I can make this recipe, you can definitely make it. And yes, I did in fact have some raw cookie dough because who can resist that? Okay, so after taste testing the cookie dough, which was really good, it was time to refrigerate the cookie dough. So I just put it in the fridge for 30 minutes because that was the minimum amount of time to put it in there for. But you can actually put it in there, I think they said even overnight or for a few hours if you want the flavor to be more intense, but I just put it in for 30 minutes, took it out, preheated the oven to 350 degrees, and then it was time to make the cookies. So on the side, I just had a pan lined with parchment paper, and then using an ice cream scoop, I evenly divided the batter into, or not the batter, the cookie dough into 10 cookies that were all roughly the same size, of course. And the recipe actually said to make 15, but I just decided to make 10 huge cookies. Will that decision have affected the end result of the cookies? We will find out. And then I also just shaped them just a little bit and put them in the oven. The cook time is between 12 and 15 minutes, so if you make these, just keep an eye on them towards the end of the cooking time. Mine took 15 minutes. And then when I took them out, they looked like this. They did spread a little bit, and they kind of all conjoined. They look a little bit like Mickey Mouse, if you can see like the ears, and you know what I mean. But anyways, I think that this happened maybe because I made 10 cookies instead of 15. If they were smaller, maybe they would have spread less, but it's okay. I solved that problem by just separating them using a spatula, and then I let the cookies cool for maybe 1 minute, and then I put one on a plate, and these were the cookies at the end. They were so good, you guys. I love this recipe. I've been making it for a couple years now, so once again, shout out to Tasty for this recipe. The cookies were delicious, and definitely make this recipe. So that concludes today's video. It's just a random fun little video I decided to last minute put together. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys!